La la la. I am not on the screen. Hello, guys. We are back. I am on the screen. Hello. Welcome back, guys. Round four. No Chetty here at the moment, which I'm fucking thrilled about. I'm deafened just in case he does appear. Hopefully he doesn't, though. Fingers crossed. I know everyone's wishing he's not here this week. Don't know where he is, to be honest. He could be dead. He might not be dead. I don't know. I really don't know. So we know how old Chetty is. He may have got lost somewhere. Um, I know dementia kind of gets on people around that age, so maybe he forgot he's meant to be here. But either way, don't be upset, guys. No Chetty means good comms and good vibes. And here we are in Spa, round four, Division 1. 16 drivers on the grid, potential to be 17 if we get a cheeky Harrison. And our two championship leaders at the moment, well, there's only one, but two front runners, Kizo and Jelly, both here. Always good to see them here. Let me just pull up the standings, actually, shall we? Division 1 standings. So, yeah, Jelly 3 points clear, and then Nivi is nowhere fucking... Everyone else is fucking awful. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. So, yeah, just pay attention to those two, I guess. Yeah, well, we haven't done it a lot. We haven't done a cheeky driver rundown where I talk about each driver. Normally I've got Chetty in my ear talking about tyres and trying to ask football questions and just not bringing much personality whatsoever to the combox. But he's not here this week, so I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to talk about every single driver for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll focus on quality for the last 5, because no one really gives a fuck about the first 10. No, we'll start off first with the man who has never washed, but is so washed himself. Getchy Crib 3547, the 5-time Booker T champion of DRL, but cannot really do anything anymore. He is fucking shit. And he's fucking shit co-op on Ultimate Team as well. I'm so fed up of carrying this bum ass. He's just terrible. But you never know. He might do something in this race. He probably won't. Kingspin, Mr. Mediocre himself. He's just always there, never really doing anything that important or cool. What? What are you about? It's forgotten. Oh, should I do a last of whatever? Oh, right, okay. No, it's Division 1, mate. You're not that guy. Um, let me carry on. Yeah, Kingspin is, he's just never doing anything. I don't think I've seen him in the top 5 ever. Let me just double check that for this season. He hasn't got a point. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's terrible. This guy is so awful. I'll get out the shower then. Why are you messaging in the Twitch chat whilst in the shower, you weirdo? What the fuck? Yeah, so moving on from Kingspin in the Red Bull, we're on to Newton Killer. And Newton is a man full of potential. A man who I will be rivaling for Commentator of the Year for Season 9. I don't think he really is a very good commentator at this point. I think he's just there and people just don't like me. Or they do like me, but they pretend not to like me to try hurt my feelings. But you can't hurt my feelings because I'm a cool guy. But no, Newton on the track is... He used to be quite mid. I never really did much. But recently, back into last season, he's carried it on to this season. He's been a decent driver, and I look forward to seeing Newton bringing his best to this race. Warman has just went provisional pole because he's the only man who set a lap time. Where to start with Warman? He is 5'4", gets no bitches, has never been with a female, but it's okay because he's focusing on himself and he's focusing on college. Not too sure why you have to focus on college because I'm pretty sure you just show up and you get a merit or whatever the fuck they use in college. No one really gives a fuck about college, mate. I think he's studying like public services as well. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What does that mean? So yeah, Warman has no friends, no females, and no vibes to him whatsoever. And there's Kingspin, by the way, saying at the time 1.2 seconds. Oh, sorry, no, 1.2. 2 temps off. I was going to say 1.2. This guy needs to fuck off. Talk about critical skills. This guy is awful. He is so bad at racing. How long left? 12 and a half minutes, buddy. Critical Skills is just wank these days. He, like Stitchy Crib, he used to be good, but then actual good people joined, and he hasn't got worse. He's just stayed the same level. Okay, I have time to get dressed. I don't need a rundown on what you're doing. But you know, I like Critical Skills. He makes me laugh sometimes. He's mean about me, but he's kind of funny. And at the end of the day, what would you rather? Where the fuck is he going? So that was kind of funny. At the end of the day, what would you rather be in life? Funny or kind of good at F1, but in the grand scheme of things, not really that good because you're just winning in DRL, maybe. I think Skills... What? I don't know if Skills is going to make it back to the pit lane. He's not very good. Good at F1 says forgotten about. You're a fucking idiot, mate, because you're not even good at F1 either. Yeah, those Critical Skills, always good to have Skillsy. And it's obviously in the Williams with his good friend Sketchy Crib. MEIQ, Division 2 driver, here in Division 1, just being a Div 1 reserve, just seeing how he can get on. And MEIQ, we know he's got bags of pace. He's just sometimes keeping it on the track or keeping his internet in check is where he struggles. A very questionable strategy last week in Division 2, and it did not pay off. And he probably choked away bare minimum of a podium he would have got. But, you know, he's a fucking idiot, so he didn't. But I'm excited to see what he can do. And I've seen his TT times. He can definitely do something in Division 1. 100%. He's a borderline Division 1 driver as it is. But his race pace just seems to evaporate. Like the ocean to create condensation and precipitation. Fuck me, I'm gay. Yeah, moving on to the McLaren boys. Jelly Belly, and we spoke about Jelly Belly, you know, currently leading the standings, but only by 3 points. Last season's champion, drives on full traction control, so, you know, I drive in full traction control, but I'm gay, and I don't play this game 6 times a day. Oh my god, jeez, that's disgusting, that. I don't play this game 6 times a day. I'm getting socks on, I'll go out soon for the content. Why is he still telling me about getting dressed? Yeah, I respect Jelly because he's our new graphics guy and you replace that other whiny cunt. But at the same time, I don't respect him because he drives with traction control and I don't respect myself in any way whatsoever. So yeah, that's Jelly for you. When you go back-to-back this season, potential, him and Kizo really scrapping out at the moment. Leo, he's somewhat a new guy still. But I like Leo, he's got a bit about him. How's he done this season, actually? I think he's had a couple good races from what I've seen. He's been a bit mid. Yet to kick on is Leo. Make sure you do already off on the grid. Yeah, and I think Leo's going to bring something to this grid that no one's bringing yet. He's a cool guy. I can feel it. I think if I had a kid, I'd call it Leo. Leo's a cool name. I don't know if it's actually his IRL name or what, but yeah, Leo's a cool name. I fuck with that. But anyway, moving on from my ranting about his cool name, we'll go to Smoking Cheese, who is currently on provisional pole. Cheese, not off to the greatest start this season, and only the second time we've seen him doing qualifying this season because he served 2 quali bans so far. But again, Cheese, when he's on the ball, he's the guy. And when he's putting enough fuel in his car, he's the guy. Sometimes strategy goes astray, but this guy can do stuff. He is going to do stuff today. I can feel it. He's 7 tenths clear at the moment. He's got something about him today. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's very disappointing in opening 3 rounds. He's going to do something today. I'm putting my money on Smoking Cheese. My guy, Smoking Cheese, is going to deliver today. Who else are we doing to talk about? Finn Evans. You know, the less said about Finn Evans, the better. I said that I was going to be nice to him last night, and then I forgot to be nice today. But I'm going to try and be nice to him throughout this race. I'm going to really try and be positive about his driving. Because, you know, he gives it his best. It's not his fault he's retarded, is it? So, for a retarded kid who's missing or has excess chromosomes, he's really not bad. So, well done to Finn, and well done to Leah for continuing to put up with him. Shout out to Leah, if you're watching this, Leah, because I know you're a big fan of the streams. Moving on to PT Taplin, the worst admin in DRL, and yet still the owner somehow. getting a nice little toe off his teammate there as he sets the time 1.5 up on his first sector, but that is not saying much because he's 9.5 seconds down. And through that twisty bendy little bit, he was all over the place. That back end was stepping out more than a child trying to get away from you when you're dragging him into the van. See, if Chetty was there, I wouldn't say that. Chetty would be like, soft tyres are cool. But yeah, Pete is... I don't know what Pete brings to the league anymore. Because at the start, obviously, he started the league, and then he was kind of quick. And he was like, oh, Pete might win the race. And Pete did sometimes win the race, or get a podium, or whatever. And then he started to terrorise people, which was funny. These days, he doesn't do anything. He just exists. You know, he's just in the race. Doesn't do any admin work, really. He'll pipe up on tickets every so often, and I'll be like, Pete, that's not your division to comment on. But, you know, Pete's got other priorities now, you know, he's becoming a real man. He's found a girlfriend named Princess who he very much loves. And, you know, I'm happy for PT to just find some real purpose in life as he goes up to P8 with a pretty terrible lap, I must say. Still 1.3 off of provisional pole. But yeah, that's PT tapping for you. And who else have we got? Is Abel the GOAT, Tom? Is he the GOAT? If he's not, I don't know who is. That's the answer for you. If Abel is not the GOAT, I don't know who is the GOAT. That is my answer for you. He's... Yeah, we're talking about a man who's... How old is Abel? 30? Maybe mid-phase at a push? Now, this guy's still got a lot left in him. And, you know, we're not calling him the weekend. We're calling him Abel. It's what he wants. He wants to be called Abel. But anyway, moving on to Gold Samurai. And another man who has just had an abysmal start to this season. He was on for a very good result, I believe, in Saudi. And was it Saudi? It was one of the tracks. And then he was going to finish like third. Imola, that was it. And then his internet blew up. And then the AI pit him. And it was... Yeah. It was Jova from that point on. So, another man I'm hoping can deliver, because this guy is also quick. He can be at the front, and I have full faith that Gold Samurai can spring a surprise or two in this race. So, I'm cheering you on, Gold Samurai, even if you are a little cut. It's okay, buddy. It'll get better. Forgotten about who we was interacting with in the chat earlier. Has a problem with... What was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say, but yeah, he was talking to me about getting changed and whatever. I'm like, bro, unless you're under 16, I don't want to hear about it. So, he's still not out on track yet. But again, another Division 2 driver trying his hand at Division 1, and we'll see how he can get on. And then in the Alpine with him, Aguapo, the man who's brought drama to the league. You know, as soon as he joined, he didn't, in my IMO, didn't do anything wrong. But our former driver Spinala had some clear hatred against him and has now refused to race as long as Aguapo is here. But until I see Aguapo step a foot out of line in DRL, then I've got no beef with him. You know, and I think he's a decent driver as well. Be excited to see what he can do in this race. The Alpine boys could spring a surprise or two. And then finally, I believe the only man we have not spoken about is Natan 675460. And this guy's been pissing me off in Discord, just saying stuff and talking. Why is he burning his ERS, even though he's invalidated? I don't know. Interesting decision there from Natan. I assume he's going to come into the pit lane anyway. Only 3 minutes remaining in this session. Fucking hell, I did not even realise. Yeah, I believe he is Timmy in the Discord. So, Timmy, if you're watching this, stop saying stupid stuff like, can't we just go at 8:55? No, buddy. We need to have all the drivers in first, and we go at 9 o'clock. 2:55 remain. Anyone coming into the pit lane now, it's going to be difficult. And, oh, mate, this is not good for Natan. And it's going to delay MEIQ coming back out, I assume. But yeah, the Mercedes boys are going to be up against it to get one final lap in. And speaking of final laps, Jelly might be done. His fuel light's flashing. That's him probably done for the session. What about Kingspin? Kingspin is starting his final lap of the session. Squeezing the battery a couple of times. And then sits into hot lap yet again. And coming through the first sector split now. 500ths up on his first sector. Not too bad of an improvement from him. He won't be too disheartened with that. Gold Samurai has just started his final lap. It's not letting me... There we go. Bit of a correction there from Kingspin. What about Leo? Leo's also starting his final lap. Sketchy Crib has not set a valid lap yet. So he's in a bit of trouble. And the Alpine boys are just starting as well. Kizo just starts. And Jelly... Oh no, we've already spoken about Jelly. Kingspin, he's going to be the next man to cross a split time. Though saying that, Samurai's actually about to cross 900ths for Samurai, so not great from him. What can Kingspin do through sector 2? 3.5 temps, good improvement from him. And Aguapo 30.8 through sector 1. Forgotten about with a big use of battery through sector 1 and a 30.981, so about a tenth down on his teammate. Smoky Cheese didn't catch his split time. Jelly into the pit lane as we expected. Kingspin into the final couple of corners. He's got no battery left. DRS open up to the line. What's the improvement? Nearly 6 tenths. That jumps him up to P3. He's out-qualified Jelly Belly. That is a great lap from Kingspin. Kizo 900ths down through sector 1. Elsewhere, Gold Samurai 4 tenths up. He's looking at P5 unless he can find even more time. Newton is starting his final lap. Sketchy Crib has just finished. Only P11 for him. Critical Skills is about to start. Who else we got coming across? Kizo was a 10th down through sector 2. Gold Samurai is about to finish his lap. He was 4 tenths up. How much more time has he found? Not much more, but it's P5 for him. Nice solid lap. Kizo's already run out of battery and he's on the back straight still. Oh, I don't feel much of an improvement coming. Aguapo went P3, just behind Kizo. Can Kizo challenge for pole? He improved, surprisingly, but it's not enough. Warman is on his final lap of the session. 9.5 temps down. Checkered flag has not dropped yet. Newton is still pushing, 2 temps up. 5 seconds until checkered flag. Critical Skills on a lap. Leo, I think, has finished his lap. PT Taplin is on a lap. Pretty terrible first sector. Forgotten about is on the gravel. Finn Evans is up on his time. I think he's going to be our next man to cross the line. Smoky Cheese is back in the pit lane. He's not gone again. He's confident now. He has got pole with that exquisite 41.796. Finn Evans brakes maybe a bit too late. Rear end steps out on him on the penultimate corner. Up to the line. He's got so much battery left in that car. And what an abysmal lap from this kid. Jesus Christ, he sucks. Is anyone else still going that we reasonably care about? Maybe Warman could still have something to say in the battle for pole. It needs to be one hell of an improvement, especially in this final sector. But he's round about challenging for P6. Critical Skills is going to come up to the line. He could actually jump up into P6. Here he goes up to the line. He invalidated, didn't he? Oh, silly Skillsy. Pete's on the gravel, as you would expect. So let's go with Warman up to the line. What can he do? It's going to be P8 for him. He improved but didn't find any positions. And there we go. That is qualifying done. Smoking Cheese, the man with the plan. And he is taking pole position. Kizo second. Aguapo will be third. Kingspin with a great quali in fourth. Jelly, disappointing fifth for him. Gold Samurai in sixth. And forgotten about, probably should have just stayed in the shower. I'm hearing rumours there may be a wet race coming as Sparky enters the chat and says, hello everyone. So everyone say hello. I can see Spinala's in the chat. Spinala, hello buddy. If you're watching, I'd like to have a conversation with you. Have an open dialogue. Because I respect you a lot. What is this guy? Yeah, thank God. Now for watching drive around the track for the next 2 minutes. Yeah, Spinala, let's hash things out. Let's talk. Let's get together. Looking forward to tomorrow. I should have gone in the shower. I thought you were in the shower, buddy. I thought you were already in the shower. You should have stayed in it then, not gone in it. Yeah, real shame to see neither Aston Martin here this week. I would have got pole. Maybe you would have, buddy, but you didn't turn up and race because you've been rattled by a single person. You know, no, I'm all for you being in the league, but we can't just kick people out because you have some kind of vendetta against him. You know, IMO, this is where I'm coming from. Be in the league, ignore Aguapo, and if Aguapo does something, you know, if he takes you out, if he starts being a cunt to you, then we'll review that situation. We can't just kick people out because you don't like them. You know, let's meet in the middle here, Spinala. Yeah, I'm a huge Stuttgart fan. I want us to be best friends. I want you to be in the league. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. As we pause for the intermission of the race, or intermission of the race before the race. What was I going to say? Division 2 on my favourite track. Sparky's favourite track, guys. Make sure you we're here for Division 2 tomorrow. See Sparky drive around his favourite track. He's going to put it on pole, he just told me in DMs. But yeah, I'm delighted to be here again, guys. It feels good to be by myself doing comms. It really does nerf me. I'm hopping to make up 2 positions. Let me know what you think. You know, do you prefer it with Chetty or do you prefer the solo vibes? And if you prefer the solo vibes, then just tell Chetty shit and to fuck off. Don't do that because I like Chetty, but you know, he's poor Chetty. He's trying his best, isn't he? I predict a lap 1 safety car, said Spinala. Safety cars have been at a premium this season, particularly in Division 1. I think we've had 2. Oi, don't disrespect my teammate. Who's his teammate? Oh, Chetty. Sparky, what are you going to do, buddy? Realistically, what the fuck are you about to do? You'll do 9. You'll be going in 1 minute, I believe. Yeah, guys, if you are watching... Oh, fuck, okay, that's racist. If you're watching along right now, guys, make sure... Well, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure you're followed. Dry, wet, 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 dry, dry, dry. Expect some rain, guys. Yeah, make sure you're followed to the stream. It's so close to 200 followers. That's all I want for my birthday. 200 followers. If you want to subscribe to the Twitch as well, because it shows me that you love me and care about me. Don't worry about the others, just me. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you are subscribed. Drop in that like button, drop in a comment, let me know how I did and how I can improve. In brackets, don't say how I can improve because I can't improve because I am already the best. But yeah, make sure you are liking the video and just giving me some good comments, please. The lights come on. We have 5 red lights in Spa. Don't you bear it, guys. Don't want to see anyone dying today. Lights go out, and Smoking Cheese has got off to a relatively decent start. But there goes Kizo. He's flown off the line. Round the outside he goes, and he should hold the lead going up El Rouge. Can he maintain it, though, on the big straight? A yellow flag further back. Leo's been caught up in something. Sketchy Crib may also have been caught up. Let's see who's gained and lost position, shall we? Position change. Not too much going on, to be fair. Forgotten about up 4. And Aguapo now. What is going on at the front? Has it already started to rain? It's already started to rain, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Rain has already hit. Aguapo was temporarily up into P2, but now he's been absolutely demolished around the outside by Smoking Cheese. And she's going to take P2. Where is your award? What award, buddy? I don't know what you're referring to. You're going to have to spell that one out for me. So rain already hitting on lap 1. At what time does this rain become too much and cause intermediate tyres to go on? Not yet. We're just in a few spits. A sketchy crib. Fuck me, buddy. Oh, I just... you know, some people in the bedroom like to be spat on, or other stuff, including saliva. Let me know in the comments, guy. Right, if I had Che with me, I'd be like, Che, how do you feel about that? And Che will give me some stupid answer that wouldn't actually tell me anything. But yeah, Kizo leads this race. Gold Samurai, I didn't know this. Up 3 places. Anyone fancy pitting early onto the Inters? I don't think it's time, but you never know. Someone may roll the dice. Yes, it's Jelly Belly. Jelly in my belly rolls the dice. That was me rolling some dice. And he's rolled a double 6. Or has he? It might be a double 1. Let's find out. That rain seems to be coming down quite quick. And I'm trying to think what teammates are close together that this could fuck. None. Samurai and Kingspin. 2 spots away from each other. That could be disastrous from Warman and... Oh, Newton's just going to say, fuck the position, fuck the track, I'm coming through whether you like it or not. And he has. Finn Evans has tried to Hubert it. He's nearly died. If he wasn't ghosted there, he would have been killed. But he's okay, IRL and in-game, unfortunately. But he may need a new wing. I didn't see if he actually damaged his wing or not. Yeah, he's got no front right end plate as he tries to break the slipstream to Jelly Belly. And let's actually ride on board Jelly, because we know Jelly is the only man to be on Inters. Let's see what he can do compared to Finn on a broken wing and on soft tyres. I think Jelly's fucked this up. He doesn't quite seem to have the drive through corners. I don't think it's wet enough yet. Jelly tried something. As I said, he rolled the dice, and at the moment, it's looking like a couple of 1s. Meanwhile, up ahead, Kizo's still in control of this race. Sketchy Crib has left the session. Don't blame me, buddy. You are terrible. Invite him to the game, see if we can get him back in. I need to up the AI difficulty. Natan picking up 3 seconds very early on, only on lap 2. He'll be disappointed. How on earth has he managed to do it through that bit as well? Oh, he's had enough. He's coming in. Oh, bloody hell, he almost clips his wheel. He is going to be the next man to box for intermediate tyres. And here comes Forgotten About and Leo. Jelly did actually clear Finn in the end. Finn, make sure you've ticked your wing damage to yes, buddy. Oh, he stays out. He stays out another lap. Interesting. DRS still enabled at this point. Can Smoking Cheese get a move done on Kizo? Here he comes. Doesn't use any battery. Doesn't need to. He flies past him. Samurai might follow him through now, round the outside. They're side by side. What a camera angle, by the way. They're still side by side. Now coming through the right-hander. Samurai gets run off the road. And he loses an extra 2 positions because of it. Guapo actually sneaks through on both of them. And that is disastrous for Kizo. He went from 1st to 3rd in a matter of corners. Samurai down in 5th place now. Warman struggling with race pace. Get your grip back in the lobby. Hooray, says the fans. How is Jelly? See, Finn's still all over the back. Or not all over the back. He's still firmly on the back of Jelly Belly. So Jelly's going to have slightly more worn tyres because they're going to have struggled for temperature. They're going to have been too hot. Yellow flag up ahead. I think it's Haas. It's Kizo. Oh, Kizo! That is big for the championship. Half his wing's been smashed off as well. Was it a collision or has Kizo just lost it through the far chicane? On the exit, maybe. Oh, disaster for him. Anyone else going to come into the pit? Smoking Cheese stays out another lap. Guapo stays out. Kingpin stays out. Samurai stays out. Newton stays out. If I'm Samurai, I would have been tempted to pit there. Knowing that Kingpin's right ahead. In the background, a Ferrari comes in. It's Big Boy Petey. Big Pete, as he was affectionately known back in school. Kizo also pits. That's not surprising. He needs a new wing. Bloody hell, that was close to a speed. Very close to speeding. Sketchy Crib, not Sketchy Crib, Peter Taplin rejoins. Finn Evans will now pit. Hopefully he will change his wing, because he is missing the front right end plate. Uh, let's just have a look at the tyres everyone's on. You can see Natan is actually leading the intermediate runners. Although he does have a 3-second penalty. Still DRS is enabled. Now's the time we're going to start monitoring the gap to the leader of these Inters runners. Here goes Jelly, using a lot of ERS to get past Natan. And there he goes. Quite comfortable. Loses the rear ever so slightly. Under braking, but he's fine. And he will get going again. 24.9 is that gap. Smoking Cheese, interestingly, started on the medium tyres. That is... I'm kind of surprised by that, because they knew rain was coming early. He's gone for the mediums, and he's made them work. You know, he's got that gap. Now, I think the fear for the Inters runners now is this rain going to get hard enough to need intermediate tyres? Because if it's not, they're fucked. You know, they're 10 seconds behind. They're going to have to pit again. I don't know. We don't know how this weather is going to come down. Because at the moment, the dry runners are just about holding on in there. And it looks like none of them are coming in yet again. None of the top 7 do. And I very much doubt Sketchy Crib will. Yeah, he stays out another lap. Not much drive out the corners. You know, you can see how difficult it is. Conditions are not ideal, but Jelly Belly, compared to Smoking Cheese, who leads this race, from when I last checked in, he's gained 3/10. So, I don't know. This maybe Inters was the wrong call, and this is not going to actually get wet enough to warrant intermediate tyres. This could be a masterclass by the top 8 and a disaster class by the bottom 8. Petey Taplin setting up a move on Natan, and he will fly by. And he's now up into the points again. Up into P10 goes Petey. Forgotten about getting past Leo for P12. 24.4 is now the gap to Jelly and Smoking Cheese. And Cheese with so much battery to work with as well. He can be worth a second or two. The amount of battery he has there. Very much in control, and Smoking Cheese is looking to put out a statement with this drive so far. He's been superb. The others are struggling quite a bit. We've got yellow flags. It is the Mercedes. It is Natan. Natan has found himself in the wall through, I think it's poo on that corner. No damage to his front wing though. I don't know about his side pods and maybe rear wing. That could have damage. And if it does, that would be the end of the race. Finn Evans is... What the fuck was that? Mate, I'm sicker than that. Mate, stewards are looking at that shit 100%. What the fuck was that? That was some bullshit by Finn Evans. That was sus as hell. Anyway, we are now having some dry runners come in for the intermediate tyres. So they are starting to think it's no longer dry enough. I think they've got it wrong. I think staying on the dries is the move. Kingspin, the leader of the dry runners, he will probably get away from Jelly with those fresh, all that fresher tyres. Obviously not that much in terms of lap, but Spark, he's retired in the pit lane. Spark is a, yeah, Finn, you are shit, mate. Spark is a long track, and you know, if those tyres have been overheating ever so slightly, that will get some wear on them. At 22 seconds now, the gap between Kingspin and Smoking Cheese. I just want to have a look at what kind of lap times Smoking Cheese has been doing. So they are definitely getting slower. 6/10 down in sector 2. Interesting. Another, still same guy. Let's see what lap Smoking Cheese sets this time around. If he decides, oh bloody hell, it's going to be a very bad lap after that mistake. The grip is definitely starting to go. 56 flat from Smoking Cheese. Guapo with a 56.6. And Newton all set at 57.9. The top 5 all staying out still. Oh, this is very interesting. This is... Because they're still not really gaining enough. Kingspin was on an outlap, so 53.9. He's gaining 2 seconds a lap on Cheese. So it'd take 10 laps to catch him at this rate, but we know it's going to go dry again. This is very much up in the air right now. This is going to be massive hindsight as to what strategy was correct. Personally, I like the dry running at the moment. I think the 5 dry runners are doing a fantastic job of keeping their car on the island. But the more I watch, the more I think it doesn't look dry enough anymore. But DRS still enabled, I believe. .3 the gap, so that continues to come down. How much longer has the rain got left? Because that's also another thing we don't know. If Mark's on the radio saying, oh, rain's going to clear up in 5 minutes, you're not about to pit for Inters now. It gets to a stage where you commit to this strategy. Whereas if Mark's... If it's meant to go dry by the end of the race, Mark would not be on the radio right now saying, oh, rain to stop in 15 minutes. Because 15 minutes... A good lap from Cheese there, by the way. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just glad I'm in the commentary booth and they're the ones out on track. Kingspin is now massively gaining on critical skills. Skills out there struggling a lot. 52.8 from Kingspin. So 3 seconds quicker than Smoking Cheese. So he's now projecting to catch in 5 laps time. So Smoking Cheese needs this rain to go away. As the nursery rhyme once said, rain, rain, go away, come back another day. Pete picking up 3 seconds. He said to me before the race he wasn't going to get any seconds penalty. So Pete, you're a big fat liar, mate. Emphasis on the fat. Skills, rear end steps up hugely there. I'm also wondering, at what point do these soft runners pit for the mediums? Because let's say there's no rain in this race, I'm pretty sure you're looking at around 8, 9, 10 to pit onto the mediums anyway. Or are they trying to just keep their options open? Kingspin is the first man to overtake a dry runner. Getchy Crib and MEIQ, meanwhile, have actually pit for dries. And I don't know if I'm bugging or what, but it seems to me like this rain has eased in the last minute or so. And if that is the case, that is very interesting. Let's see what Smoking Cheese sets this time around. That was a much quicker lap, a 53. He was in the 56s, wasn't he? This is drying. 100% this is drying. The rain's gone. The rain has gone. And there goes Critical Skills to pit for those medium tyres, I suspect. Jelly Belly into the pit lane. So the soft runners, some of them have played the blinder. Some of them haven't. I don't know, it's all so confusing. Kizo, disaster, another mistake from him. He speeds into the pit lane. Jelly's come out on hards. Why does this guy keep coming up with retarded strategy after retarded strategy? Oh no, it must be something in the McLaren water because Leo is also pit for hards. Just put on the mediums, you dickheads. Here comes Sketchy Crib. Where's he going to rejoin? after all these pit stops. There's still only 2 people out there on the Inters, Kingspin and Warman. Samurai Newton and Guapo still on their original softs, and Smoking Cheese still going on these mediums. So he needs to go a few more laps, unless he plans to do a medium hard. Maybe wouldn't be the worst idea. With that rain, cheeky 8-9 lap appearance. I wonder, where was Jelly before that rain hit? He was around the 5th, 6th mark, I believe. And he should be about 5th once Kingspin and Warman pit. Will he be ahead of the likes of Samurai and Newton? I don't think so. The pit time doesn't seem to be too long. Newton does pit, so does Samurai. They will be going for their medium tyres now, I assume. After doing a good 9 laps on those softs. And Kingspin and Warman also follow them in. Kingspin's going to be held up behind Samurai. Not too much, but enough to notice. And Warman... No, he hasn't jumped. He hasn't pitted yet. Okay. There goes Jelly Belly flying past. He is up in 5th. He's got Critical Skills right behind him on the medium tyre. Guapo still out there on his softs. MEIQ set the new fastest lap of the race with a 47 flat. A very satisfying lap time to see. And Critical Skills now takes 5th place. Skills having a very good race. What we love to see from Critical Skills. It's interesting, we almost saw 3 strategies there. Kingspin being the only one who half committed to the Inters. Actually, it was him and Warman who half committed to the Inters. You know, they kind of went in the middle of the Inters and the soft runners. The soft runners didn't pit at all, and the Inters runners pit very early on. Kingspin decided on like lap 5 or 6, he was like, yeah, you know what, I am going to pit now. And it did kind of work. He also got held in the pit lane. They're now forgotten about is picking up 3 seconds of penalties. He was going to be in P10, but not anymore after that 3 seconds. Smoking Cheese has set a new fastest lap of the race, by the way, on 10-lap-old medium, so he's very comfortable out there. Smoking Cheese may already have this race in the bag. Into the pit lane comes Guapo. He spent a long time on those softs. A lap or 2 longer than I would expect. But onto the mediums he comes, and he will rejoin in P2. Again, quite comfortably. And P2 is really his to lose now. As Peter Taplin sets a new fastest lap of the race. He's got Kingspin right behind him. Gold Samurai is all over the back of Newton. And Critical Skills is trying to fend off the hard-running Jelly Belly. In case you're just joining us, guys, and wondering where Chetty is, Chetty has died, unfortunately. Yellow flag. Pito's made another mistake. What a disaster for him. Yeah, Chetty has passed away, unfortunately. So, no more Chetty comms for the rest of the season unless he comes back to life, which could happen. You know, Chetty's an impressive guy. I'm sure he might be able to respawn or something. He frequently spawns into the comms box, so don't be surprised if I'm going to start comms next week and Chetty just spawns in there. Yeah, Smoking Cheese just controlling this race. A really good drive from him. My eyes feel like they want to just be closed. I want to take a nap. I expect Cheese to come in maybe next lap. You know, he's under no real threat from behind. He's just chilling out there. And I think we now need to pay attention to the battles going on throughout the rest of the grid. You know, there's not much really happening at the front. There will be a fight for P3 by the looks of it, between Samurai and Newton. Those two will be fighting for P3. Jelly and Skills for P5. Kingspin could maybe get involved and bring Pete with him. Gold Samurai sets a new fastest lap of the race. So that could be a big battle for P5. And then P9 between Sketchy, Warman and Forgotten About. Warman, the only man without a penalty to his name. But he is on the hard tyres, which was a stupid thing for him to do. Oh, well, I keep hitting for those softs. Also terrible. Kizo into the pit lane. If he's retiring or... Yeah, he's retired. He's nothing is going to come of this race for him. It'll be good if we see a safety car. But that heavily relies on there actually being a safety car. Warman flies by Sketchy Crib. Well, forgotten about... Tries to get his nose in there. I think he might just about get the move done. Kind of forced his way through there. And he takes... No, he doesn't. Sketchy Crib holding it around the outside. Sketchy Crib now will have the inside line. This is allowing Warman to get away. Sketchy Crib holds on to P10 for now. As they come through Puon. What a stupid corner there, by the way. Guapo really starting to take some serious time out of Smoking Cheese, but you'd expect that compared with the tyre differential. Smoking Cheese will go again. Was that a 48.9 I just saw from Smoking Cheese? Let's see what Guapo sets on this lap. Oh, very slow at the final corner. Very slow indeed. Is he on full traction? 45. Let's look at this. No, he's not on full traction. He's far too steady with the throw. But we had another pedo in the lobby. Smoking Cheese picks up 3 seconds. That could make things interesting. He should still hold the lead once he pits, and he should then get away on those fresh soft tyres. But he could have done without that. If we see a safety car, that could be disaster for him. Here goes Gold Samurai trying to overtake Newton. And these guys not really fighting each other too much. They're just DRSing one another. What about Jelly on critical skills? He will get past. Kingspin has a look. Oof, I thought he was going to try to send it. You do not want to send it on that right-hander because the nature of the corner is literally just a fast right-hander. Kingspin's still on the inside though of critical skill through the long right. Gets a bit on the grass and critical skills will hold on to P6. Jelly Belly may be about to escape, which would solidify his P5. Going back to Smoking Cheese, hitting the final 2 corners. Does he pit this lap? No, he carries on. Carries on, Smoking Cheese, still going on those medium tyres. They must be in a world of hurt right now. But he doesn't care. Still going. Critical Skills has lost DRS to Jelly Belly, so I'm wondering do him and Kingspin maybe need to work together right about now. Because actually Pete is now in this fight. This fight is no longer for P5 as it stands, but for P6. DRS will open for Kingspin. He won't be close enough to get a move done. I'm wondering, can he slingshot himself onto the back of Jelly? Let's go back to intervals. 1.4. You need to be on none, mate. I don't know if you realise he's on none. He's... You're on none, mate. But as soon as he turns overtake off, it'll be on none again. So he gets the move done, but not exactly the slingshot he would have hoped for. He's still 1.4, 1.6 off. And he's still just sitting on none. I mean, good to replenish the battery, don't get me wrong, but it was almost like he was deciding, you know, we either use none or we use overtake, no in between. And actually, LP actually got by critical skills. 18.5 now the gap to Smoking Cheese and Aguapo. Again, we'll run aboard Cheese, see if he pits this lap. I would like to see him pit this lap. But he doesn't. Jelly may be on for P5 here. I think he has escaped the likes of Kingspin, Pete and Skills. Despite being on the slower tyre. He's just a couple of seconds ahead, just controlling that pace. And as every lap goes by, I worry more and more about how long Smoky Cheese is leaving this. A 45.99 from Aguapo last time around. Cheese just set a new personal best though. But he was still a second slower. Now, I'm hoping Cheese doesn't think he can do the whole race on these mediums just because it rained. I don't think he will because he's not an idiot. Smoky Cheese is a very intelligent man, especially when it comes to racing. But I'm starting to worry about this strategy for him, especially with that 3-second penalty. I'm sure he will be fine though. I'm sure he will. Critical Skills looks like he's now struggling for pace. He just about gets DRS on Pete and Kingspin. Pete will sail on by. And up into P6 is Pete. But shame about that 3-second penalty. Gold Samurai and Newton are still just not really doing much with one another. They don't seem to be able to get towards Aguapo. So it will come down to a last lap battle between these two. You see Newton has quite a good amount of battery. Samurai, not so much. He needs to start saving that, ready for that late fight. Skills still trying to get back into that DRS, but as I said, he is struggling quite a lot with it. There we go, Smoky Cheese does come into the pit lane. It almost certainly will be for softs. If it's not, I kill myself. Will Aguapo overtake him? Here he comes. Soft tyres go on. It says he's in the pit, but he's gone by now. Yeah, there it is. I think Aguapo might just have him here. It's going to be... Oh, maybe he won't. Aguapo will have DRS. He will fly on past him. But this just got interesting. 6 laps remain. Smoking Cheese is most likely about to lose the lead of this race. He just needs to sit behind Aguapo for a lap, save his battery, then fly past him on the next lap, get that 3-second gap, bang, race is done for him. He should still be fine. Skills, meanwhile, has actually done a good job. He's back with Kingspin and Pete. And let's see if Samurai and Newton do not swap positions. And there we go, Cheese sitting on none. He's happy. He's going to have so much more grip. Only 5 laps fresher, but on the softer tyres. And as we know, the lap time of Spa is a long one. Critical Skills rules himself out of any chance of P6 he had. And Kingspin should now have that position wrapped up. And now Skills has got to worry about Warman behind. Warman could still get a P7 out of this. And look how much battery Smoking Cheese has gained in this one lap alone. He's nearly filled it up. And he's still only 5 turns behind. Aguapo does actually have quite a bit of battery himself. So he is going to try to stick with Cheese. And if he can stick his DRS, that would be a huge result for him. If through Sector 2, Cheese can have so much more time on him. Cheese really opening up the corner. It's like he's about to set a time trial lap, honestly. This is going to be his fastest lap of the race. He wants the extra point. He wants to bring home the pole. He wants the fastest lap. And he wants the race win. He's got 6 laps to make it happen. I think he will. But you never know. Yellow flag further back. Cheese will be praying there's not a safety car. Looks like it's been cleared. The green flag racing. Cheese 215 miles per hour down this straight as he burns about 70% of his battery in the space of the first sector. Forgotten about, not too sure what he's doing at this point. Right, so now this is the important bit. Can Cheese get the second gap over the course of the lap? He's looking good for it. He is flying as it stands. Another yellow flag. I don't know what I've forgotten about doing. He's just driving very slowly. Forgotten about... Stop being a dick. Don't shake your wheel at me, you cunt. Right, back to cheats. He has gained a 1.5 second gap. This lap is going to be stonky-licious. I don't know what that word means, but I just made it up. And it's going to be something special. I can tell you that for sure. He's going to put a good couple of seconds on the previous best. Through the final couple of corners. A bit slow to get the power down. And there we go, 43.272. Great lap from him. I think you can actually see detail. Can you see everyone's fastest lap? Oh, I made that up. Fastest lap, there we go. So we've got one person, two people in the 44s, and they were 44.6. So yeah, 1.4 seconds. He's just dunked on the next best lap. Now, he remained composed with his strategy. Picked on 6 seconds, I didn't realise that. He remained composed, and he's made the strategy work. Never in any doubt, this race win should be as good as his, as long as we don't see a late safety car. Gold Samurai and Newton still just driving behind one another, fighting away for P3. And Skills has again dropped back from Kingspin and Pete. We'll pretend there's a fight there, but in reality, Pete's 6 seconds behind. And he will actually be beaten by Warman and Skills at this point, so Pete will be dropping down to 9th. It's important that neither Newton or Samurai pick up a 3-second penalty, because that would hand the position to the other one. I think maybe we just ride on board with these guys for the rest of the race. Smoky Cheese has achieved his 3-second gap. He just needs to hold on to that, which he probably will. He will still have the faster tyre. Nothing else is going on throughout the field. Yeah, guys, what does everyone think about the new Weekend album? Obviously, the last ever album, well, potentially the last ever album by The Weeknd. I've been waiting for it for a long time. I'm gonna give it. It's an 8 or an 8.5. There's some really great songs on it. Some really good songs. I don't think there's any bad songs on it. But then there's a bit of madness on it that I'm like, I didn't really like Future's verse. Because he did that tone where he's like moaning, and I don't like it when he does that. I prefer his deeper rap. That's just me though. But yeah, some people might like it, some people might not. If you don't like it, you're a paedophile. Forgotten about, he managed to pick up a 10-second penalty. He's going to try and steal the fastest lap from Smoking Cheese. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, you know. That lap was superb. We'll see what he can do. I know what you're up to, mister. I think Cheese deserves that fastest lap point. That was a great lap for him. We'll see what Forgotten About can do. Newton, Samurai still just behind one another. 3 laps remain of this race. What was the Chelsea score in the end? Oh, they fucking won. Fucking West Ham. I'm actually with this girl on, what was it? I think it was Bordeaux a couple hours ago. And like she had this really cringe picture of her like in the countryside being like, I sent her a message saying you look like the type of person that would pretend to be holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa in a photo, and she unmatched me. So that was upsetting. It's been a, I tell you, it's been a rough 2024 was a rough year, guys, in terms of dating. You know, I'm not going to go into details about specific girls because there's only one that really matters. Yeah, it's been a struggle, guys. It's been a struggle. And she has now, yeah. She said that she was going to go travelling. I knew that was coming. And then we didn't talk for a few months. We haven't spoken for a few months because I allegedly hit women and I'm being investigated at work and yeah, whatever. Free me, by the way. Free me. I didn't hit those bitches. But yeah, I thought she was going in March. It turns out she left a couple of days ago. And we hadn't spoken in like 4 months. So yeah, it's been a rough one. It's been a rough one, guys. I won't lie. I was hoping to at least speak to her again before she left. And now, obviously, she's gone, and I'm just sitting there thinking, you know, what's the point? You know, she was the one that I liked, you know, but clearly I'm a cunt. Yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to skip over this part. I'm gonna put a timestamp up there. I'm not. Yeah, I've been really sad, guys. Really sad about that. But you sure you okay, bro? No, I'm not. But we can pretend that I am. This is what this race has done, guys. It got so boring in the end that we had to talk about the girl that I am deeply in love with, who I will never... I just had to pause to check up on you. Oh, Samurai, you naughty boy. I mean, like, I can't lie, you didn't really have to pause. You could have just stopped on track. You're not doing anything down in 13th. So yeah, every win I get in Division 2 this season will be dedicated to her. Because I'm a faggot. Oh. Can't say faggot on stream. Fuck you, I just did. Fuck you. Faggot. Pete's not going to be happy about that. At the end of the day, guys, faggot's just a word. And... oh, God, Samurai's bold P3. There it is. Where the fuck is he going? Where's Newton? Oh, shit, we weren't watching them. Oh, Jeddy's going to get on the fucking podium. No, he's not actually. But he will after penalties come in, because I assume I'm not saying that... delete that comment. Right, delete that fucking comment. There we go. Yeah, shit out of it, bro. Yeah, who the fuck do you think you are? Name dropping like that. Yeah, Samurai has done something to Newton. He's murdered him. He's cost Newton P5. No, he's cost him P3. That is... all my homies hate Gold Samurai. All my homies hate Gold Samurai. I wish I'd seen what happened, but I'm a fucking cuck and I was too busy talking about other insignificant shit. Smoky Cheese takes the race win. You know what? I'm going to stand up and applaud that. Well done, Smoking Cheese. Great to have you back this season. That's more like it from you, lad. We love it when Smoking Cheese is on the ball. Guapo takes P2. Great drive from him on his second race. I don't think I'm sitting for Div 1 yet. Based on this, no. Gold Samurai takes P3 on track. Obviously, stewards will be having a look at what took place between him and Newton, potentially a podium for Jelly coming, which would, I mean, Jelly's gaining 12 points on Kizo, so that would be a 15-point lead. Newton unlucky to finish 5th. It happens, bro. Warman recovers to P6 in the end. Oh, he was down 9th for most of the race. Just about beats that Kingspin after his penalty comes in. Kingspin with a low-key bottle there. Pete in 8th. Getchy Crib 9th. Critical Skills 10th. Leo will finish 11th. Not the greatest race from him. The two Division 2 boys down in 12th and 13th and forgotten about. Has truly been forgotten about the grid. As he crosses the line. Not the weekend he was hoping for. I keep getting told off for not. GG. It was not GG for you, bro. I get told off for skipping over the race results, so I won't do that. Driver of the day. I made up places. You did, yes. Driver of the day goes to Pete, apparently. So I need to give out my driver of the day and pedo of the day. Think about that in a minute. That is gay as fuck. Oh, I almost don't want Cheese to win now. Yeah, Smoke Cheese obviously picks up the fastest lap point as well. Just, yeah, all round superb from Smoking Cheese. Congrats, buddy. Driver of the day. I am going to give it to Smoking Cheese, you know. I am. Yeah. I think Samurai could maybe have been in contention for it. Same with Newton. But they're both retards. Actually, no, Newton's not a retard. Free up my guy, Newton. He looks super serial there. I'm super serial. Yeah, Smoky Cheese, great drive from you, buddy. Great drive. Love to see it. Pedo of the day. You know, it's tempting to give it to... It's tempting to give it to Samurai, but we don't know what happened. We don't know if it was actually his fault or not. So I'm trying to think who else. Maybe Kizo. Kizo with an honourable mention to Samurai in case. But even still, Kizo takes it. P2 on the grid. 2-3 mistakes I think I saw from him. If he wants to win that championship again, well, I say again, he's never actually won it. If he wants to finally win that championship, he's got to bring more to the table. He's got to show that he's not afraid to put his Todger on the table and just say, look, guys, there it is. If you want to suck it, suck it. If you want to stare at it. Be my guest. He didn't do that today for me. He did not do that today, and I'm disappointed because that is his first race not on the podium. Already a couple of tickets coming in from Leo and Finn Evans. Yeah, fuck you. Also, there is beef between Samurai and the Sigger. Probably didn't quite like this. Like, we were making Jenny our bitch back there. I hope for nice to get next time have shit. It has massive splashbang and dirty toilet water gets right up in your anus. Pricks. Critical Skills clearly unhappy. I can't he text him then. I don't know. I don't know why he can't. I'll be honest, guys. No one gives a fuck about driver interviews. I might retire them. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. We'll see. But no, nothing this week. I think. Yeah, thank you for being here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the race. It died off a bit towards the end. A good 50% of the race, maybe even 80%. But then it really did dip. I apologise for my little breakdown towards the end. Just reminiscing about the good times, you know. Just reminiscing about the good times. Yeah, hope everyone's really happy, and hope everyone has a great week. Make sure you're there tomorrow for the Division 2 stream. Newton will be there. Don't know with who. Probably some Retiggers. Oh, fuck, that's so gonna come up. Right, I'm getting off. Yeah, love you lots, guys. Make sure you follow. 200 followers. It's coming, boys. It's coming. Shout out Smoking Cheese. Shout out. I'm not gonna say that name. Shout out me. good night, boys, and always ask their age before you put it in.